Good evening, listeners. Thanks for joining us for the 6th or 7th episode.
I don't know.
Episode 6 or 7 of Idiot's Report, hosted by myself, Jack, and Ugly Bevan.
Thanks, Jack. So we're a little bit of change. What we're going to do is we're just going to focus on the sports stuff because we found that we enjoy it quite a lot more. So we're changing the name to Idiot Sport Report. This is the first time Jack's hearing of it, but I think it's a good name. What do you think, Jack?
The name is fine, and this had nothing to do with me not doing research or homework on the entertainment stuff. Nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with me feeling like I was talking to myself when talking about movies and comic books.
Moving along swiftly, today what we'll be covering is the Paul vs. Woodley purse, Victor Belfort, the
Vitor.
What?
Vitor.
What did I say?
Victor.
Put that down to my shitty handwriting. Versus Evander Holifield. O Malley turns down Frankie Edgar. UFC Fight Night 191. Belfort 266. And something else that Bevan said that I didn't write down.
No, that's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Excellent. Rugby, New Zealand versus Australia. And backed by popular demand, Formula 1. And just for all you other crazies, we got some soccer in there as well. Not
Cool.
Premier League for obvious reasons, but...
Well, what do you mean obvious reasons?
Well, there were no games last weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the World Cup qualifiers.
Oh.
So they released those players for international duties.
Okay, cool.
Sweet. Okay, so, Bevan, what are your thoughts on the Jake Paul versus Tyrone Woodley jail purse?
Why jail purse?
Prison pussy.
Oh, is that what it's called? Well, it's $2 million. I wouldn't mind that prison pussy.
Would you take it for $2 million?
$2 million? Oh, I don't know.
You know, I've asked people at work this kind of question before.
Now, would you rather?
Or just would you? Even if no one found out, would you? It's quite a
Are
contentious
you
topic.
the prison purse or you...
No. I'm just a person talking about it. I'm not
I'm
involved
saying
in the act.
in the what if. Are you a... What, ooh! Are you... Let's make that what if. Marvel's what if. Are you the bottom or the top?
Neither. Just the middleman doing the exchange.
I don't
Okay,
understand.
that could also be misinterpreted.
I don't understand what you're talking about. No, I'm saying, not you, fuckhead. You've already made me angry. No, not you. I'm saying the what if is if it's me that's got to choose $2 million or be a...
To perform an act.
Okay,
An
so-
unsavory act.
What am I doing?
Either chugging mayo
No.
or hiding the salami. One of the
Okay,
two.
so I'm the one taking it. I'm the prison
yes.
pussy.
You don't get to give it for $2 million US.
Okay,
You take it.
What are we talking size-wise?
I don't know.
Maybe let's move on.
If we assume it's small to medium and it's clean, free of infections.
Sure, no.
And no one would know.
Nah, I can't do it. Because you'd know.
You
And
would
$2
know.
million is not that much.
Look,
You can't like retire on $2 million. Well, I guess you could, but
I could.
yeah, but
easily
you're a
retire.
real cheapskate. Jesus. Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley both got $2 million for that fight.
Equal money.
Yeah, which is also quite a weird thing because you would think Jake Paul would get more, which is pretty commendable that they got the same amount of money. That's just their base salary, okay, or their base purse for the fight. That's not talking pay-per-view points. That's not talking endorsements. That's not talking any of that. That's what they get paid for the fight. So they both probably walked away with quite a lot more. I don't know the exact figures, probably about $3 million each. The question to you is, before we get into this, would you throw away your name to get that kind of money? Like, not that Tyron Woodley has, but I mean, he has lost to Jake Paul. Like, literally...
Okay, so would I take that money for the world to say Jack lost to Jake Paul?
No, well, you would lose to Jake Paul, but...
Yeah, probably, but I'll punch him in the dick, though.
Yeah, but would you take that money to, like, have your, what's the word? What people think about you?
Perception?
your reputation ruined for the rest of your life?
Well, as a shit fighter, yes.
No, but
as
that's
like a
not what
bad
I'm
human
fucking-
being, no.
Just put it in.
But what do you mean, reputation wrecked?
Put it in
Like,
perspective.
How
If you
wrecked?
were Tyron Woodley,
Yes.
if you had that kind of reputation,
Yes.
as a heavyweight, I'm so angry, a welterweight champion in the UFC, and then losing to a YouTuber, so you've lost your reputation completely. Would you do that for $1 million? $2 million.
What was Tyrone Woodley's net worth before that?
Doesn't matter, Jack. Just answer the fucking question.
If it's a drop in the ocean, then no, I wouldn't. If it's life-changing $2 million,
that's what I.
yes,
don't worry. That's what you would.
Yeah, if it's life-changing money, like if
$2 million.
If that doubles my assets, yes.
I'm just gonna say I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, because think about it. Your whole reputation. Everywhere you go, people are like, "Oh, that's the guy that lost to Jake Paul."
Be like, "Oh, wipe my tears with $100 bills."
Maybe $2 million. Okay, let's say plus pay-per-view and all that. Let's say it's 3.5 mil. Yeah, then I'll take it because
that's over 30. That's
remember you still got to pay tax on the $2 million. You still got to pay your camp.
Yeah, but that's when you call up the Briatore, the Eccleston, and those people and say, "Listen, guys, help me out here."
No, you got.
All of a sudden, you become a citizen of Monaco or Mauritius.
Listen, I think you need more. You need hundreds of millions to be able to get that phone number. I don't think $2 million is going to give you the Bernie Eccleston number.
Yeah, probably not.
No, I don't even think. Even Jeremy Clarkson shits himself when Bernie Eccleston gets in his car. Like that was
crazy. A funny episode.
Yeah,
that was a funny episode.
But that's crazy.
Bernie Eccleston, as I live and breathe. Fuck yes.
And when Jesus Christ, we got the first. Jesus Christ. But anyway, fuck, I don't know. So let's say you got $2 million out clean because of pay-per-view. So after tax, you got $2 million out clean to ruin your reputation. I guess, yeah, I'd do it.
I don't look. Am I upset at Woodley? Yes. But I mean, I'm not going to throw my juice on him if he walks past, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, you don't. Like, if I saw, I guess now more people know, but if I saw Tyron Woodley before, I'd be like, whoa, Tyron Woodley, what's up, man? Now I see him, I'm like, nah.
Well, I would love that.
Yeah,
because I don't want people to speak to me.
Yeah, the more I talk, I'm talking myself into this $2 million.
Yeah. Okay, so listeners, would you fund $2 million to watch? How's about this? We throw them a bone. Me and you both get fucked up by someone. We each take only $1 million.
Yeah, easy peasy.
I'll do that. Okay, so listeners, we'll start a GoFund. No, we won't start it. But if we get millions of views, we'll fund something like.
I'll fight Jake Paul for $1 million. Listen, if you and I fight Jake Paul together, we could probably take him.
Yeah,
we've been punched a lot.
I'll punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
And while you got his front, I'll bloop.
Just embarrassing.
Look, you know those entrepreneurship days we had at high school?
Yeah.
In grade 9 or standard 7, whichever age group you are, I still obviously didn't plan for this and didn't prepare for it. So on the day of the entrepreneurship, I took boxing gloves from my garage.
Oh, yeah?
Took that with, found a box at school, liberated a teacher's permanent marker, wrote on the back of the box, no money, no idea, beat me up for 1 minute for R5.
Jeez.
I'll tell you, we drew crowds. What I was not banking on was, at that stage, it appeared to be a fully grown 18-year-old man being the first customer.
Who?
I can't remember his name.
Big
but
guy.
No, he wasn't even that big, but he was a man.
How old were you?
I was 14.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and this guy asked for me personally, so I thought, okay, shit, all right. Well, there's something going here. Let me just tell you, I gave the man his R5 back. I stopped, I said, no, listen, man, it's cool. It's fine. You got the
what did you
shots.
say? What, R10 for 5 minutes?
No, R5 for 3 minutes.
Why?
To beat me up.
Why didn't you just say one punch for R1?
That would have been the smarter thing to do.
Oh, yeah, but you want.
But I did get concussed.
Yeah, of course you did.
But you know what? Say you learn.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, now that we know Jack is an idiot. So the other persons on that, Amanda Serrano, that's that lady that's so good. She got 75,000, and Yemaleth Marcasio 45,000. Which is so crazy, 2 million, really, and then the undercard gets 75,000. It's like insane. Okay, then the heavyweight, which I assume was going to be the undercard at the initial, was 100 grand for Daniel Dubos and 111,000 rand. Oh, sorry, dollars.
It's like Jacob Zuma sitting in the room with
Joe Castamano. And the funny thing is that Daniel Dubois beat Joe Castamano, so that's weird. Monteo Love, 60 grand. Ivan Brach, 60 grand. Monteo Love, 1. Tommy Fury, yeah, as well. Tommy Fury, 15 grand. That's Tyson Fury's brother. Defeated Anthony Taylor. He got $40,000. And it was obviously a unanimous decision to Tyson Fury. So that's quite a weird thing.
$15,000.
Yeah, he only got 15 grand.
That's not much.
Well, he's 6-0. He's not like a fucking crazy professional boxer, but I mean, he's got a bigger name than the rest of the people. But it's a good purse for like a 6-0 boxer. Like that's crazy for a 6-0 boxer.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know. That just doesn't sound like a lot to me.
Yeah.
Not as if I have that lying around.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like 300,000 rand. Not bad.
Yeah, that's a lot of pizza.
Just to go fight some guy that's like a meter shorter than you, I'll go fight the fucking guy.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Kick him in the dick.
Yeah. Well, it's boxing, but okay.
I'll punch him in the dick.
Then the last thing I want to chat about is the rematch. So Tyron Woodley wants a rematch, obviously, like we discussed. But we didn't discuss.
Yeah, he wants to throw another fight for $2 million.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we forgot to tell you. Last week, the files got corrupted, so we couldn't release the podcast. We couldn't say. But anyway, so what we discussed last week was Tyron Woodley wants a rematch. Jake Paul says, I'll do a rematch, but you got to get a tattoo that says, I love Jake Paul.
Oh, shit.
Now, keep in mind, they got $2 million for this one. The rematch, they'll get like $10 million. Plus pay-per-view, which will be bigger. So let's say they'll walk away with $10 million.
Did the Paul specify where the tattoo must be?
I don't know.
I put it on my dick.
No, but you still got it because people will know if you have the rematch, you got the tattoo.
Prove it. Put it on my dick.
Yeah, well, then you have to prove it. Otherwise, why would you get the rematch?
I'll show you my dick.
Okay, but then you've still got a tattoo of I love Jake Paul on your dick.
Yeah, then
you're not thinking that one.
Then when you get excited, it goes, I love Jake Paul.
No, but on a serious note, would you do that for $10 million? Like this, like just think of not in your
tattoo of another guy.
Okay, don't take it as if you Jack Peters. Think of it in Tyron Woodley's shoes. Would you do it if you were him? Is what I'm asking.
No, that I wouldn't do.
For $10 million?
No, not a tattoo.
$10 million
No.
after you've just got $2 million?
No, not a tattoo.
I would.
No, that's what I'd do.
10, like, okay, well, we don't know if it'll be 10 million, but I think they would probably walk away with 10 million on the rematch.
Nah, I wouldn't do it.
But you can get it lasered off.
Nah, it's fine. I won't, no, that's not that satisfying.
Is that Catholic guilt stopping you from getting the tattoo?
No, just sense.
Yeah, because, I mean, that really, and then the other thing is, if he gets a tattoo, and then Jake Paul's like, nah, I'm not going to do a rematch.
No,
then you feel like
that's like a stamp, like I own you, like branding cattle. No, I won't do that.
No, I would. $12 million. I'll just go and live in the woods.
Yeah, but your price is going up now. Now it's 2 million, 8 million, 10 million,
I'm
12
saying
million.
if they want $2 million now, okay? Let's say they walked away with $2 million after tax and everything. If he fights Jake Paul, if he gets a tattoo, let's say it's a rematch, they'll get about 10 million because the rematch is going to be way bigger. So he walks away with 10 million, so that's 12 million. I'll go live in a fucking ranch, have my tattoo. I got my ranch, bro.
No, I still wouldn't get the tattoo, dude.
Because 2 million, you can't do that. 12 million, you can do that. You understand what I'm saying? It's 100 million rand.
Look,
that's more. That's like 200 million rand.
If it was
200 million rand.
If it was just a whimsical tattoo of his choosing, yes. But I won't be branded by you.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
If he's like, yo, get this funny picture of a fish. Okay, next topic. Vitor / Belfort v Holifield.
Yes. So this is Thriller Fight Club. That's the first fight where Jake Paul fought against what's his name? Ben Askren. They did it through. This is like they promote fights. They put on the fight like Showtime and the UFC and that kind of stuff. So Thriller is doing this fight. Now this is a card I want to watch. I'm just going to run through the card quickly. It's Evander Holyfield. It was supposed to be Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor Belfort, but then Oscar De La Hoya got COVID. So now, Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort, Tito Ortiz versus Anderson Silva, David Haye versus Joe Fortuna, Andy Vance versus Jono Carroll. I don't know who that is. But if you just look at Evander Holyfield, heavyweight champion, as we know, Victor Belfort, UFC 1 championship, Bellator is like one of the great fighters. Tito Ortiz, one of the most famous UFC fighters. Anderson Silva, even more famous middleweight, like the best middleweight of all time. David Haye, I don't think he ever won a belt at heavyweight. He might have, but he's a very good boxer. And then the others I don't know. But I mean, that's a fucking stacked card. Yes, Evander Holyfield is like 50-something. How old is Evander Holyfield, by the way?
I'll check it.
Yeah, so that I'm fucking excited for. And I'm actually more excited now, because I wasn't really excited for Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor Belfort. No, I'm saying Victor. But Evander Holyfield, I'm fucking excited for.
He's 58.
58. And Belfort is 40. So, look, if they were in their prime, Evander is obviously a way bigger threat than Oscar De La Hoya. But, I don't know, he's pretty old. But look, he fought until 48, so...
Oh, shit.
What?
Holyfield was the youngest of 9 children.
Yeah.
No wonder the guy's a boxer.
Yeah.
Jeez, like,
Dude,
that's anything like my household, bro. You gotta fight for your food.
Well, that's pretty much what they did. But, so Mike Tyson's got this whole story of, like, he grew up in New York. Evander's kind of similar, but he was like a rural boy.
Yeah, Alabama.
So he's got real old-timey wisdom when he talks. That's the guy that Tyson
60s.
that Tyson bit his ear off. That's the guy that you were thinking about the other day.
Ah.
That's Evander Holyfield. So obviously a tremendous boxer, beat one of the guys that goes down in history as the one that beat Mike Tyson.
Again, why does Google come here and say, who is Evander Holyfield's wife?
I've explained that to you.
I don't like that.
Why?
Because, fuck him.
Why? It doesn't matter. It's got nothing to do with you. If you Google you, nothing comes up.
Maybe Facebook or LinkedIn. Have you had strange calls from this man?
Yeah, but anyway, so what are your thoughts? Anything there that's... I know you don't know that much about it, but surely you know these names.
I know a lot of most things. Look, I just think it's... I don't know. This for me is 58 to be boxing.
Yeah, well, he wasn't cleared in the state that they were going to do it, so they went to California, and he got cleared there to go fight.
I don't know, dude. I just think like they pick up injuries that, you know, years later, if you get a knock or whatever, then it can be quite hectic.
Yeah, but he's already got those injuries. It's
not going to make it better.
It's not going to make him worse.
I think it could, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, look, Vitor Belfort is the guy that I told you that kicked out Michael Bisping's eye.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. 58, why?
Well, he's probably on steroids.
What, Evander Holyfield?
All of them. There's no ways these guys are fighting
all the steroids.
Yeah, exactly. All of them are on all the steroids. There's a steroid shortage in America because of these fighters. Anderson Silva, interesting. Tito Ortiz. I'm not that interested in that fight. They don't have any beef. Who cares?
Okay. Now I know why he's coming back.
Why?
To do this. He has a net worth of $1 million as of 2021.
So why is he coming back?
For money. He lost apparently over $200 million.
Yeah, but he still has a net worth of $100 million.
No, $1 million. His net worth is
what?
$1 million. Yeah.
No ways. How did he lose it?
Let me check that. The headline is, how did Evander Holyfield lose over 200 million so quickly?
I don't know how they do it, because Mike Tyson also lost it. He had 500 million. He literally lost 500 million. So it says here, according to Forbes, Tyson made over 400 million throughout his 20-plus year career throughout boxing. The amount is roughly over 700 million when counting in inflation. In counting for inflation, Unfortunately, Tyson saw all of his fortune dissipate in 2003 due to his careless habits. Jesus, 700 million in 1 year.
Yeah, dude, looking here as well.
Fuck.
I mean, he lost, they say lost over 200 million. He had a net worth at some stage of just over 500 million US dollars. Then, divorce, child support. He got a mansion. He bought himself a mansion.
One of the biggest houses ever.
$10 million, 45,000 square foot mansion, 109 rooms, 135 seat theater.
Yeah, but he's got nine siblings. And get so many
100 seat dining room and a bowling alley.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got $500 million, it's 10. Is the thing only cost $10 million?
Well,
that's pretty cheap for a house, okay?
Don't know when he bought it though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still pretty cheap. But I guess to run that, it's probably about $1 million.
Yeah, how many fucking butlers do you need to clean 109 rooms?
No, I guess you don't use 109 rooms.
What the fuck?
Yeah, why buy it? Look, that's not something I would do. But I mean, the guy from Alabama, he was from Alabama, 9 kids, probably eating off the floor, and now he's fucking got almost $1 billion or $500 million.
Not anymore.
Guy's gonna buy a mansion, bro. Okay, so he's looking for money. I don't think they'll make that much money on this, though.
No, not 200 million, that's for sure.
Yeah. Look, $1 million is still a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
But, okay, so let's get into the proper fighting. First thing, Sean O'Malley turns down... Oh, sorry, you got to do this.
So, Sean O'Malley... Is it Sean?
Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley turns down Frankie effing Edgar. What's up with that?
So, Sean O'Malley says he doesn't want to fight in New York. He doesn't want to fight in New York because of taxes. So that's why he doesn't want to go fight in New York. But I don't think that's true. I think he's scared of Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar is a fucking G. Like an old school motherfucker.
So just because of taxes?
Yeah, that's his excuse. That's what he says. That's why he declined the fight. He wants to fight in Vegas.
So, no. Sounds like a cop-out.
Yeah. But Sean O'Malley's like one of the... He's like a new school kid. You know, he's got like green... He's got like rainbow-coloured hair.
Oh, fuck no. Not another one of those things.
No, he's a nice... Well, he's not, I don't know. I don't think he's a nice guy. He's very entertaining. He does a lot of knockouts. But Frankie Edgar is like old school. And Sean O'Malley's like super famous, but he's not in the top 15. He's still working his way up, and he's like not Conor McGregor famous, but he's fucking famous, which is very weird. So he, he's not. Sorry, Jack's just throwing things around his own house.
Fuck. So
yeah, he doesn't want to fight because of taxes. I think he's scared. What do you think?
Look, I don't know if that's a good enough excuse to turn down a fight. I mean, what does that say about you? You're not in the top 15, but you're picky and choosy.
Well, that's what they're saying, is now he's been picky and choosy. You know, Francis Ngannou didn't want to fight 1 month earlier in October. He wanted to fight in November, and they flipping created an interim belt. So he's not the undisputed champion. So this, like, what are they going to do to him? Like, who does he think he is?
Yeah, but that's...
But he's getting a big head because he is so famous.
But that's exactly it. Big head, yeah.
But I mean, like, what? Taxes. Even if you pay the fucking taxes, you still come out with more. Even if it's 90% taxes, you still come out with 10% more than you had. I guess you are risking your, it's a fight, but I don't know.
I wouldn't make that move. I wouldn't do that.
We're poor, so that's why I didn't ask you what you would do.
Poor is a state of mind.
Yeah.
We're just waiting to make it.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I think that's a stupid move by Sean O'Malley. Okay, let's start with the big stuff.
UFC Fight Night 191. What's going on in Fight Night? Or what will go on with Fight Night 191?
No, it's already done. You didn't watch it.
No, we're just recording in the past.
Darren Till lost to Brunson. Derek Brunson. Remember I said to you, Darren Till is like that fun, he's an interesting guy. It's kind of like Sean O'Malley. He's very famous, but he's not as good as he should be, if you know what I mean. He was supposed to be the next Conor McGregor, and he just never made it.
Okay.
But not to say that he won't, because Derek Brunson as well, also was on a downturn at this time in his career. So it was about 3 years back. He was at the same position that Darren Till was at, and he was on his way down, like losses and those kind of, and he's built his way back up. But yeah, Brunson, let's just do a review on the fight. Brunson pretty much Darren Till had a lot of good strikes. Oh, not a lot. He had a few good strikes, but he didn't really get going. He should have kept kicking more and throwing a knee up the front, up the middle, or throwing his hands up the middle just to stop Brunson from trying to take him down. Because Derek Brunson's a bigger guy, and he's a very good wrestler. And Darren Till's a striker and not a wrestler at all. So all Brunson did was take him down, tire him out, and then on the third round, I think he rear naked choked him. But he literally he fastened the choke for about 3 seconds, and Darren Till tapped. So it was a weird experience. What I want to say about that is Darren Till looked very out of shape, and he looks disheveled. You know when you can see somebody's hair, just something about it, they look disheveled. They look like something's not right. You know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He just looked like that. So this is a podcast. I need your opinion. Not just a yeah.
Yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, have you experienced that before?
In myself, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
weekly.
Yeah,
between Sunday night and Monday morning.
But yeah, he looked like when he got into the cage, he just looked like he had a hard day of work. like that morning.
Yeah. Not gym again. Damn it, I'm tired.
And he looks a bit like out of shape. Like, not to say that he's out of shape. Obviously, he's a professional athlete, but he just didn't look like Darren Till of the past. He kind of looked like Darren Till. I don't know. There's something about him. Like when he fights a striker like Robert Whittaker, he fucking goes for it. And then when he fights a wrestler, it kind of looks like he's scared, or I don't know what it is, or he doesn't believe in himself, because he did the same thing with Woodley. Look, he had more output, yeah, but it didn't really make a difference because he rocked Brunson, or it looked like he rocked Brunson, but Brunson said he didn't rock him.
Of course he wouldn't say.
Well, I mean, even if you watch it, it looked like he was just trying to like put his head down and get out the way, and then he took him down anyway. So I just think that Darren Till needs to get off Instagram and start becoming a professional athlete, or not Instagram, Twitter, because he talks a lot of shit and he's a fun guy and all that kind of stuff. But let's just get to winning again, and then start talking shit again. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to hear from Conor McGregor now because he's fucking losing. When he starts winning again, bring it back. Talk shit again. If you're not winning, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Listen, while we're on UFC, a flying knee knockout at the fist off or face off.
Yeah, but that's not the UFC.
Where was that?
That's something else. That's some other promotion.
Combat Culture.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. I saw that. Obviously, but that's so fucking stupid, because you're literally getting paid to fight, and if you do that, guess what? You're not getting paid. You can do that in the ring, dickhead.
Yeah, but
get paid for
I
it.
understood this guy came fucking charging at him.
No, he didn't.
But it doesn't look like
No,
that.
he didn't. He just walked towards him to do a face-off, and the guy kneed him in the face. So you're literally getting paid to do that.
Yeah, that's...
And also, it's a bitch move, because he did it. The guy's not expecting him to fucking throw a flying knee.
Yeah, it's like a liberty.
Go in the ring and do it like a man, you know what I'm saying? And get paid for it, dickhead. I don't know who that guy is, but fuck him.
Yeah, no, that was weak.
Yeah, but anyway. You see, and that's the thing, you don't only lose your purse, but you think any big promotion's going to sign you after that shit? No.
Yeah.
Unless you become really, really good. But you're limiting your... But he's a fighter. He's probably got a mental illness. Like, you're not talking to somebody rational here. He literally flying kneed a guy just before he could have made money from it. So, yeah, anyway.
Got the brain pain, coach!
Yeah. So, yeah, Darren Till... Is Darren Till destined for greatness, or is he destined for mediocrity? I think if Darren Till puts off his phone and goes to Brazil and trains with Charles Oliveira for a year, he's destined for greatness, because he has the capability of being great. If he does and he carries on talking shit, he's going to carry on losing. Because again, if you're losing, just keep quiet. Kevin Arnold is the same. He was talking shit. He won 5 in a row. He was talking shit, and then he started losing. And everyone was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Win again, and then you can talk.
Yeah, again, to quote my old friend Riggs, sit down and be humble.
Yeah, exactly. So,
until you win.
Until you win.
Fucking shout it from a
There we go, 100%. Then another guy, Paddy the Baddie. So what this fight night was supposed to be in England. So there was a lot of British guys fighting, like Darren Till, Paddy the Baddie.
Oh, British!
And what's the other guy's name? Tom Aspinall.
Sorry, did you say what the baddie?
Paddy the Baddie.
Oh, no.
Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy the Baddie.
Yeah.
How long did they strain their minds for that one?
No, it's kind of a joke. Like, he's a jokey guy. He's making a joke about it. But he's a 155er. First round TKO. He got rocked. Came back. Knocked the fuck out of the guy that he was fighting. Luigi, what is his name? Luigi Verdamini. Brazilian guy, but he's Italian actually. Knocked him the fuck out. Dude. Like,
I always like those ones where they come back. Like, it looks like they're teetering on the edge, about to be...
And that's exactly what it was.
Around.
Yeah, turn it around. Boom! So that was a good fight. I really enjoyed it. He's from he's from Cage Warriors. And he was a big star in Cage Warriors. And they kept trying to sign him. UFC kept trying to sign him, because he's got like a bowl cut, and he's like a funny guy. He's like kind of like Darren Till as well, but he doesn't talk as much shit. Anyway, so he kept saying to them, no, wait, and now they signed him first round TKO.
Oh, so this guy actually said to the people who wanted to sign him, just wait a bit.
Yeah, let me get more experience, let me become a better fighter. Really? Yeah, and he has, because he's a 155er, so he's not a short guy, he's 5'11", so he's a little bit shorter than me. It's about your height.
Oh, really? I just had to go. That's like 2 mils difference between us, dude, but whatever.
Well, I mean, taller is taller. But so he's not a short guy, but he's a skinny guy. But it looks like he's filled up out in his body. So he's like matured into he's now like matured into a man. So I think he was clever. He seems like a very clever guy. And even the way he talks shit, it seems like he's doing it.
Like in a calculated way.
Yeah. It's funny and it's inside and he seems like he's talking off the cuff. He's not as bad as Chael Sonnen where it's like literally like wrestle talk. You know, Chael Sonnen, the one where he's like, I got the biggest arms. But I think this guy, actually, we must watch out for this guy because I think he's going to be pretty good. He's in the lightweight division, which I think is the toughest division in the sport. But at this stage, you know, he's got a long way to get there. So hopefully some of the guys have fallen out.
Look, let me just interrupt you. This is completely unrelated, but I have to say it before I forget. I didn't mention this to you previously. Okay, so in South Africa, we have taxis on the road. Quite a reputation. Google taxis in South Africa.
This is an edit point.
Other day, I was about to cross an intersection, and the taxi driver flashes his lights, obviously indicating he's not going to stop.
Yeah.
So I just raised my hand to express my displeasure, but it wasn't zapping it. You know, it's just, oh man, what the hell? This guy responds by, I shit you not, sticking his arm out the window and flexing his bicep.
Nice.
I was pissed off for 2 seconds. It was actually pretty big.
Nice.
I was pissed off for 2 seconds, but after that, I thought this man is actually he's a kind of genius. You flex by flexing. I mean, you are blatantly in the wrong. You don't give a damn. Look at my bicep.
I would have done that.
I'm going to carry on with my life.
I would have done that.
I was pissed off, but you know what? I can respect the man's game.
Yeah, like if somebody's like a dickhead, but they're a funny dickhead,
I gotta give it to him. Like,
props to you. That's why people love Conor McGregor, because he's a fucking arsehole, but he's so funny at it. Like when that guy, I can't remember what his name was, but he was like, they were in a press conference, and they used to do a press conference with all of them. Yeah.
He got Nate Diaz a few times.
Yeah.
That was cock funny.
But anyway, so the guy's like, he says something, he's like, I'm the hardest 145 pounder out there. When I punch people, I put them down, whatever. And then Conor McGregor sits back, he's like, who the fuck is that guy? So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, okay, what are we talking about? Paddy the Baddie. Yeah, I like Paddy the Baddie. He's from Liverpool, so he talks like
this. So he's
this.
a Liverpudlian.
Yes. 155er. I hope he does it. I hope he does well. He looks... Look, his striking's not great.
He really looks like he's from the Beatles.
Yeah, that's why it's so interesting. Like, what? That haircut, it's like crazy.
It is exquisite.
It's not as good as a mullet, but it's pretty fucking close.
He looks like a character.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think... You know what's so funny in sport? How many people are famous, not because they're good, but because of their hairstyle? Like, think of Sebastian Chabal. Not the best rugby player.
Yeah, he had beautiful locks.
But not the best eighth man. If you talk from a rugby player, a very strong eighth man and a good eighth man on with the ball in hand. But not a great rucker, not a great tackler. Like, okay.
No, but he made some big hits.
He made big hits, but he wasn't like a defensive player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an impact player. But he would never be that famous if he didn't have that hairstyle and that beard. Think about it, would he? Not a chance.
Well, I think it speaks volumes that I remember his haircut. I mean, ask me what someone else's haircut was 5 years. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what haircut I had before this one. I mean,
exactly. But Sebastian Chabal. So I think the haircut's... That's actually a clever haircut because he does look like a dumb fuck with that haircut.
And I won't forget him.
Exactly.
But the downside is he has to walk around like this the whole day.
Oh, well, he walks around like that and gets in a fucking expensive car, so...
Oh, is he good? Like
what would... that's the old fable. Would you rather have a good haircut on a bicycle or a shit haircut in a Ferrari?
That is not how that one goes, but I get what you're saying. I can... Like, would I wear this haircut for a Ferrari? Yes.
Yeah.
But then it has to be a Ferrari that's at least, like, no more than 10 years old.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, obviously it means that... Why do you got to overthink everything? Obviously it means a new Ferrari.
Be specific.
And then the heavyweights, Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Spivak. And there was also a lady fight. I didn't actually watch that. A woman's fight. And that she was also from Liverpool and she also won. And then this guy's also from England. I don't know if he's from Liverpool, but he also won. So all the English won except for Darren Till, which is quite embarrassing. And he's the headliner. Anyway, this guy's a heavyweight, and he's actually quite a down-to-earth guy.
Oh, but this Darren Till, this is the one we watched.
Yeah, last week. You know when we were talking about the fight?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
But he's actually... Is he the one that said those two brothers were trying to feed the bus? Or was this...
No, that's Chael Sonnen.
Okay. This is the one that he said, what, didn't give a shit about not seeing his daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think he was saying that for some other reason. But anyway.
I hope so.
So this Tom Aspinall, he's a heavyweight, 12-2, 4-0 in the UFC. So a pretty decent record. But he was saying, and he's actually a good fighter. He was saying he's not ready for the bigger, the Derek Lewis, the top 5 fighters. Like he just wants to start in the top 10 and see the top 15 and see how he goes.
I think it's pretty admirable that people say that. Like, no, don't sign me yet, or I don't want to go to those fights yet. Because they, it's obviously you choose between obviously moving upwards on an upward trajectory by signing or by taking these big fights versus the other side, potentially ruining what you can achieve by not being ready yet.
Okay, but if you
Very few people would wait until they're ready.
That's true, but if you, let's say how do you know when you're ready? That's the other thing. You don't. You will never know when you're ready.
Well, if you ask me now, Jack, am I ready to run 5Ks in under half an hour? I know I'm not ready.
Yeah, but that's a different story.
Why is that a different story? Man, I'm close.
Everybody knows
I'm close to half an hour, dude. I'm
11 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 20% or 30%.
Look, I can do it. Yeah, whatever.
But I don't know, because when you look at it quickly, you think, oh, that is admirable. But if he fights a top 15 guy and loses, guess what? He's not getting wrecked.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. Many people would just jump at the chance to decide.
No, what I'm saying is, let's say he fights number 15. He gets to fight. Let's say I say to him, or Dana White says to him, you can fight a top 8th rank. You can fight Jose
Cuervo.
No, what's his name?
Silva.
Rosenstrike. That guy, that big guy that you were like Rosenstrike.
Yeah.
You can fight that guy, which is a tough fight. But if you win that, guess what? You got one more fight. You'll fight Derek Lewis, and then you fight him for the title. Okay, and then you fight him for greatness. Or you fight 15. I don't know who it is. One of the older guys. You fight number 15, and guess what? You lose. Then you won't. Then you have to restart your whole thing to go for greatness.
So what would you do if you were facing?
Fucking fight number 8. I'll tell him, give me number 1. You know what I'm saying? Fuck 8, give me 1. Okay. You're not ranked. Fuck you. I'm ranked after I beat number 1.
Ranked last. Still ranked.
No, if I beat number 1, I'm ranked.
Okay,
I'm number 1.
That wouldn't happen.
No, but I'm just saying. No, fuck that. I think go for it. Don't sit back. Like, that Paddy guy is different because he's not fighting top flight fighters. He's not. This guy's in the UFC. Now it's time to step up and fight big guys. Fight the big names.
Oh, so he's already in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Jackie fought in the UFC 191.
I'm just checking if you're awake, dude. Okay.
So, I think it's different things. Like, if you're not ready for the UFC, then what Paddy the Baddie, did was he waited to get ready for the UFC. This guy's in the UFC. It's now time to fucking fight the big guy. And it's not like he has like a small record. It's 11-2. He's fighting for a while now.
And those chances might not come up.
And look, heavyweight is the perfect thing to do because you just fucking throw for the fences and try and knock the guy out. And if you lose, people love you because you're an exciting fighter.
Yeah,
that's what we want from heavyweights. We don't look. This guy is a very good fighter, and he's got if he waits and he does what he wants to do, like fight 15, then 10, then 8, he's got like an 80% chance of getting to the title. It's going to take a bit longer. If he doesn't, and he goes for number fucking 8 now, and then number 5, and then number 1, if he really fucking goes for it, he's got a 60% chance. But I mean, what would you rather take?
80%.
No ways, dude, because it's going to take longer, and you've got 80%, but then you've got
higher
more
chance
fights.
of succeeding.
No, you don't, because you've got more fights.
80% versus 60%.
Yes. Okay. 60% over 3 fights. 80% over 7 fights. Do you understand my logic here? It's a maths that you and I cannot do, but it makes sense.
I understand the maths, but the logic of yours, I don't know.
Well, understand what I'm saying. It's 80% shot. It starts at 80%, and then every fight that he has, it starts to lower down. Same with the 60. But obviously, there's 7 fights for the 80%, so it's going to go down further. So at the end of it, you're going to be sitting on 30% on your last fight to the title, whereas you're going to be sitting on because also remember with heavyweights, the deterioration of them as being strong for fighting is a big toll because they're fighting fucking strong guys, fucking huge guys.
I'd like to just give a shout out to outcomes-based education. Thank you. Me and Bevan understand maths.
The other thing as well is if he fights, let's say he fights number 6 and he wins, then he goes for number 3 and he loses. Guess what? You're number 5 or you're number 6 or 7. You fight 15 and you lose, you're not even ranked. If you fight 15 and you win, and you fight number 10 and you win, and you lose, you're number 11. You understand what I'm saying? So the first one is risky. That first fight where he's got to fight number 6 or he's got to fight, but then he's in the top 5. Even if he loses to number 3. Then he's a household name. So I would go for it. If I was him, I'd fucking tell them, give me number 1. And then obviously going to say, no, we'll give you number 8.
I'll take it. You drive a hard bargain.
I want number 1. You get number 8. Thank you.
Yes.
But yeah, so Admiral guy, I like him for that. I like him that he's got like self-awareness, but at the end of the day, and I think he's ready to fight some of those guys because he's got a lot of good skills. Well-rounded fighters, similar to Gone.
Okay.
Well-rounded heavyweight. Okay, then the last thing, just a quick one, Bellator 266, Davis versus Romero. Davis is a light heavyweight. He lost against John Jones and then went to Bellator. Romero, stalwart in the middleweight division.
Romero looks like a weighty
Dude, he's like 41.
He looks like...
He's where is he from? Is it Colombia or Cuba? He's from Cuba. He's a wrestler from Cuba. So he's been bred to be a beast like that.
I don't know if we can use the word bred.
No, he has been bred.
Davis.
In Cuba.
Who?
No.
Phil Davis.
No.
I clicked on
Yoel Romero.
Because this guy was not born in
Cuba.
No.
Yoel Romero was. So I'm looking forward to this
Cuban
fight.
professional mixed martial artist and former freestyle wrestler.
Yeah. But he was bred for the Olympics. Like, that's what Cuba did. Like, you know, like in the Russian communist kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he was bred for that. Like, even Cuban wrestlers can't get paid. They live with the government. Like, they're like almost like, I don't know if slaves is the word, but it's kind of like that. But and the other thing, like, this guy's such a hard man. He went for like a bone test or something with the UFC, and they were like, yeah, no, his bones are like 50% like thicker than a normal human being.
Oh shit.
Okay. But he was a beast. Like the only guys that he really lost to was Robert Whittaker, who's a beast, and Israel Alexander Izzy, which is the current middleweight champion. Robert Whittaker was the previous middleweight champion. And then Paulo Costa. He fought Paulo Costa, who was also a fucking beast. He was actually a bodybuilder before, and he lost to him. But, yeah, dude, you must watch that. That's actually, listeners, if you want to watch a cool fight, watch Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa. That's like they're not that tall, like your height. But they are like jacked to the nines. And they flipping, yes, as they went out to hurt each other. And yeah, that's about it from the UFC or from the MMA world from my side. Anything from you?
And we jump into Rugby Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Australia versus New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a shock result, wasn't it, Bevan? New Zealand won.
Really?
What?
Yeah, 21 to Australia, 38 to New Zealand.
And did New Zealand perhaps get a red card at some stage?
Yes.
For a boot to the face?
But I don't know about that. Because he was coming down.
I don't know. I saw that. It didn't look, if it's for me in one motion, like as part of the motion, because your leg does lift when you jump, that's fact.
Yeah, but it was as he was coming down.
But it looked like his leg was extending afterwards. I don't think he was intending to get him in the face, but it looked like he was wanting him to feed some studs.
I think he was just off balance.
Well,
I don't think a red card. I mean, that's extreme. Yellow card, maybe.
But,
well, look, now with the red card, it's 20 minutes, and then you can sub somebody on for him. So you're not playing with 10 men the whole game. Anyway. It's not a big
14
deal.
Men. You're starting to become a soccer fan. Yeah?
Sorry.
Oh!
Don't let play with,
How the turns have tabled.
But, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I didn't think, yeah, I was surprised because they carried on playing, and then they were like penalty, and I'm like, to Australia. Then I thought something else happened, like offside or something like that, and they were like penalty to New Zealand, to Australia. I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw, what? Red card?
No, I don't know. It looked like it was on purpose.
And then they still fucking with 14 men on the field and scored a try. Yeah, I don't know, dude. New Zealand, the problem with New Zealand is, whenever I watch them, and maybe it's because I'm not a supporter of New Zealand, but even when I watch them, and I normally would support them against Australia and Argentina, but it just looks like everything goes their way. You know what I mean? There's never like a call other than that red card, but there's very rarely a call where they're like, and you're like, oh fuck, New Zealand got a bad hand in that. It's normally
like, it goes. The 50-50s go their way.
Even the fucking bouncers go their way. It's like when they do a chip kick and the guy's running, you're like, oh, maybe it's like, oh, no, it's in his hands.
Look, I just checked now. Okay, obviously they are the top side right now, I think.
Of all time.
Crazy, they have less than 5 million people in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I think of those 5 million, about 5.1 play rugby.
Yeah.
That's insane for me. I mean, we have 10 times that population and they still...
Yeah, but how many... But like you said, let's say, okay, let's be reasonable and say 38% of them play rugby.
I even think that's high. I even think...
That's high. That's low.
No, I think it's less than 38% that actually play rugby.
Yeah, but let's say it's 1 million people. I don't think 1 million people play rugby in South Africa. And also, in New Zealand, what other sports are they good at?
Cricket?
They're not good at cricket.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, but they're
not Zimbabwe.
Yeah, but okay, so they're not. But let's say other than rugby and cricket, what other sports have they got? Fuck all that they play.
They got some good golfers.
Jack, it's not a literal question, fuckhead. It's like saying in South Africa, other than braais, what else do we really eat? Not much.
Braai leftovers. Old braai broodjies,
stale pop.
But just an interesting question here as well. What is the most popular sport in New Zealand? Bevan,
rugby.
Oh, correct. 5 points.
What's the second most?
Cricket is for you. Weirdly, it says the first, and then it goes to what is the third most popular?
Cricket.
This you wouldn't guess. No.
Golf.
No.
Rugby league. Rugby. The other rugby.
Basketball.
Yeah. They're pretty good at basketball.
I would say that cricket is the second.
But that's just explaining to you now, your computer went off. It's just showing you from rugby to cricket it's not a huge jump, but then to basketball. Like we're not America.
That's like South Africa. What's the third most? Canoeing. Like both of those guys are trying their hearts out.
Yeah, well, I mean, canoeing. I think canoeing's bigger than fucking basketball. In South Africa.
I disagree.
Canoeing's huge in South Africa. The doozy, dude. Freaking thousands of people.
Sorry, what did you say? Bigger than
basketball in South Africa?
No, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I think it's probably that.
Had my computer still had power, I would dispute that. Well,
I don't think that's something that you can Google. And then next week we got South Africa versus Australia. I'm just clicking and nothing's happening. And New Zealand versus Argentina. Okay. I hope New Zealand fucking blocks on Argentina.
I think we can bet money on the fact that they probs will.
Yeah.
Just for interest's sake, I'm going to check the betting odds on that game.
Check it on your computer. Oh, wait,
I can't. I can't do that one.
Yes, it's going to be hair-raising because I think if we beat Australia, the last two games are versus New Zealand. So it's South Africa versus New Zealand on the 25th of September and the 2nd of October. So whoever wins those games wins the Rugby Championship. But if you got Beauden Barrett on your side, yeah, the other team ain't going to win. I'm sorry. Beauden Barrett is too fucking good. Beauden Barrett and Geordie Barrett together are like, it's actually cheating, I think.
It's like Team Jonah Lomu.
Yeah.
From Jonah Lomu Rugby.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't find the odds now on that particular game between New Zealand and Argentina, but surprise, New Zealand are the favourites to win the Rugby Championship.
Ah!
Surprise.
You're making a lot of surprises here.
I think that can be a safe bet.
Yeah.
I hate to bet against South Africa, but still.
I don't know, dude. South Africa's team's pretty fucking good. We beat the Lions.
Yeah. We also lost to the Lions.
No, but I mean, you beat
I watched that entire video from Rassie Erasmus.
Yeah.
Top notch. Yeah.
I love the way he explained it. Like, the whole thing's sarcastic.
But, he does tick the boxes of, I'm doing this to try and get better, and he covers his bases.
Yeah, but that's all sarcasm.
Yeah, but really? He still says it. I mean, approved sarcasm.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love him.
No, I think that was a...
And he's like, I need this stuff for so that we can know what we need to do next time. We can know, like, if that tackle where he does a high tackle, if that's right, then we can use it next week.
We train for that.
So look, that's all about rugby. I mean, Currie Cup results, we're not really going to do that. We're going to focus on international. I mean, there's not really too much. The English in them aren't really playing. So from my side, I knew New Zealand was going to win. I told you last week that we're going to win. Even in Australia, New Zealand wins. Australia are an okay team, but they're not as good as South Africa or New Zealand. If we lose to Australia, I'm going to be highly upset.
What do you think Australia, Argentina? If it was neutral venue.
Oh, Australia. I don't think Argentina are that good. I think
Argentina?
Yeah, obviously Argentina.
You think so?
Argentina can beat New Zealand in Argentina. It's such a crazy thing because Argentina, I think, are one of the best. Like, if we have a World Cup in Argentina, that's one of the times that they could win. The only really good Argentina was the 2007 Argentina with Pichot and that fly-off, Fernandez.
Yeah.
That was a fucking good team. But at this stage, I don't rate them at all. I don't think they're very good.
Well, look, I think they are getting better over time. I mean, compared to where they were 15 years ago, I think that's a major step.
No, but they've gone up and then come back down. But again, in Argentina, one of the best teams in the world. Bar none. And I think that's why the Rugby Championships was so interesting. Because we were like, why are you bringing Argentina? We're just going to blitz them every time. Then we went to Argentina and got blitzed. So, and the thing with New Zealand, like I said, they always get that 50% call. So it's 50-50. And if you, Argentina, who are the dirtiest players in rugby history, you're going to get a lot of penalties against you and you're going to get moved. And also, I mean, New Zealand, I don't think they're as tough as South Africa, but they're pretty fucking tough.
Yeah. Right. Anything more on the... I couldn't go a whole show without saying it. The ruggers?
No.
Okay. Then we go to F1.
So now it's time for me to shut up.
Okay, confession time. The race was not a riveting one.
Why is that, Jack?
The top three, the order they started is the order they finished. The top three.
Yes, what an interesting sport.
I'll take that. I'll take that one.
But this is, again, we've argued about this a number of times, but this is what I'm saying.
Okay, but
nothing happened in the race.
Okay, but it's like exactly what you're saying about New Zealand playing against Australia.
No, but there's still fun tries and side steps and good passing.
Yeah, there was still all of that applies. Except
none of that happened because they literally started in the position that they finished in.
Top three, only top three.
Okay, well, who cares otherwise?
Well, a lot of other people. Pierre
That's
Gasly.
like, Zimbabwe had a good game against Japan. Who fucking cares? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I'll gloss over the win. Other than the supporters there for Max Verstappen were absolutely crazy. I think it was over 95% of the people that attended that race.
Where was it?
Netherlands.
Is he from Netherlands?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, he's got citizenship. Okay. But the stands were amazing. Everyone's wearing orange, obviously, for him. They got those orange flares, and it was apparently the fans were requested to not use flares because it hampers visibility and that on the track. They didn't give a shit. Orange flares, boy. You could barely see the other side of the track through that smoke. They blew it anyways. But I think that's a nice vibe.
Oh, what a good sport that we have to talk about the fans.
Anyways, other big news to come out.
How was that fight? Yeah, I know the fans are cool.
Valtteri Bottas has signed with Alfa Romeo for next season. Yeah. So that leaves a seat open for... Well, it's not really open. The word on the street is it's going to be George Russell. Okay, that's not really word on the street. It's
Bottas is from Merc.
Yeah, he's racing currently with Hamilton in Mercedes.
Yeah.
But he's giving way to, mark my words and everyone else's words, George Russell.
And why is that a big deal?
Well, because George Russell has already done one race in a Mercedes when Hamilton got COVID.
Yeah. And
he dominated there. Like, first race in the car, this guy was on course to win it until some stupid tire blowout.
So is he what you think? So if the cars were equal, would he be the best? This guy?
Maybe not the best, but I think definitely top four. I think he's going to give Hamilton a good run for his money.
But aren't they in the same car?
Yeah, which is why I'm saying they will be.
But why won't he just give way to Hamilton? Which they also do in Formula 1?
They did, actually, in the race that passed now. Bottas was going for the fastest lap of the race. You get a championship point for the fastest lap. They actually told him to not try to set a fastest lap because Hamilton must get that point.
What the fucking shit sport.
Shit team, man. Whatever. And then Hamilton is quoted as saying that Bottas was his best ever teammate. Now, in Formula One, your biggest competitor is your teammate on the other side of the garage, obviously, because you're in the same machinery. So for a guy that he's dominated year in, year out, to say he's the best teammate I ever had, listen, yeah, it's nice having a wafie that'll flip and be dominated, you know. Obviously, he's going to say that. I think it's just a silly thing to say.
But now, why is he going to... Is Alfa Romeo good?
No.
So he's going to be the lead driver for Alfa Romeo?
Not necessarily.
Well,
more experienced.
Yeah,
but
so...
not every team has a lead, a 1 and 2. Not every team has that.
Okay, but what is your opinion? Jack?
No, I don't think he will be the lead driver.
So he's going to be a bitch on that side as well?
No. I think there it's allowed to race. Because there's much less on the line.
What are they ranked?
I think 7 at the moment of 10 or something. 6, 7 or 8, somewhere there. Yeah, okay. Grandpa Bev is getting tired. So we move along to soccer. Just one thing I really wanted to talk about. The World Cup qualifiers, which is why we're not getting to speak about Premier League. Because obviously that
let's talk about the qualifiers. South Africa beat Ghana 1-0. Oh no, they're currently playing and they're 1-0 ahead.
No, dude.
Yes, South Africa.
We played a match on Friday. Are we playing again?
South Africa 1, Ghana 0, 86 minutes. FNB Stadium, Johannesburg.
Hectic.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were playing today. But the notable one is Argentina versus Brazil. Now, even you must know that that's a big game.
Yeah, of course I know it's a big game.
So, about 7 minutes in, the game got stopped.
Yeah.
There were health officials rocking up on the pitch in the middle of the game, stopped the game, and some players were fined and deported because they breached protocols or COVID protocols.
Where was this?
In, either Argentina or Brazil.
Yeah.
So they actually stopped the game and it did not continue. People were fined and deported.
So there's no result?
There's no result. So they're scrambling now to get another, to try that fixture again somewhere, but it's actually quite something crazy. I think that's...
Why don't they just wait for the game to finish?
Exactly my point.
What?
So that's quite something.
Brazil, why would you... Fucking hell.
I mean, to do that on the international stage is a bit of a farce.
Yeah, why would you do that?
No.
It doesn't make sense.
I think some guy just wanted to swing a dick around because he got promoted or something.
Yeah.
Chief Health Inspector.
Currently number 1 and 2 in the region's qualifying standings, obviously. So who's better? Brazil at this stage? Because I know, obviously, Brazil used to be better, but now we've got... Argentina's got Messi.
Yeah, but Brazil's also got very good players.
Yeah. Are they as good as Messi?
One player does not make the team.
If it's Lionel
Unless
Messi.
it's Jonah Lomu, and you got Team Jonah Lomu.
Or Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo.
But and Ronaldo's going to Manchester United.
Again?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. In your career where you started?
Apparently that he also, the records were set for T-shirt sales.
Yeah.
Obviously with now his name on it, Manchester or whatever. So
it's just a smart business move. Play 1 year there, get paid millions and then retire.
Yeah.
Because he's old, eh? How old is he? Cristiano's wife.
I'm sure that came up.
It's fourth
search.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people, man?
I don't understand what issue you have with it.
I don't understand how you're okay with it. Why is it?
He's 36. Not that old.
No. But also, they don't really play for much longer than that. I think Milner...
Yeah, but that's in the past. I mean, now, look at Cristiano. He's still the best in the world. Who's better than him? Him and Messi. And Messi's older.
I don't think there's better than them now.
Yeah, and so why would he stop now?
I don't know. Let's fax him and ask him.
That's actually quite an interesting thought. Lionel Messi, 34. So they're 36. So they should be at the end of their career. And they are still the 2 best in the world. By miles.
No, I think there's still a good 2-3 years there.
Okay.
Maybe a few more for Messi.
But what I'm saying is, Ronaldinho wasn't the best at the end of his career. Nor was David Beckham. You understand what I mean? At 36 years old, David Beckham wasn't the best in the world.
No, look, Ronaldo's still a beast. Make no mistake.
But I mean, who's better than him now? Still. Nobody. Not even close. Is there any player... I mean, even Neymar was supposed to take over with him. He's not even fucking close to as good as those two. And I don't even watch soccer and I fucking know that.
Well, look, in terms of goals, like goals scored, I'll just speak from the Premier League, because that's all I know, really. They are, I mean, Harry Kane, okay, I don't rate him all that much, but...
Yeah, but Harry Kane's not nearly as good as Lionel Messi.
Okay, but just check goals scored.
It doesn't matter. Who wins every year? Lionel Messi or Ronaldo?
Wins what?
The player of the year.
Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. Let's see.
Golden, no, not Golden, that's
football. Okay, Lionel Messi. Oh, Virgil van Dijk.
Plays for Liverpool. He a beast.
Yeah, but he came second. 2019, 2020. Oh, shit. Robin Lewandowski or something like that. Lewandowski. Oh, this is interesting. Cristiano Ronaldo. Luka Modric. Lionel Messi. Robert Lewandowski. Polish player.
Anything else you want covered?
Ronaldinho won it twice. FIFA World Player of the Year.
Was he the one who could eat an apple through a tennis racket?
Yes. Yeah, Ronaldinho is my favorite.
Yeah, that guy was crazy.
Ronaldinho, Zinedine Zidane 3 times.
Oh, what a headbutt.
Yeah. Kaká won it once. I was actually talking about him today because I was telling Janae there's a guy named Kaká.
There's also a guy now still playing Masopust. Masopust in the net. Get in there.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make a recommendation on Netflix. It's called The Untold... Fuck, I don't even know. Untold Truth or something like that on Netflix. It's like sporting documentaries, but of these weird stories.
Okay.
So I think watch it next week, and listeners watch it next week. There's a few of them. One's about a boxer, but there's one about this hockey team, like ice skating hockey team, that was bought by like this mobster and given to his 17-year-old child to be. No, I thought that at the beginning, but just watch it. Just watch the show.
Okay, no spoils.
But, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a weight loss challenge. We're quickly going to weigh ourselves, and then we're going to talk about what we win. Okay, so we just weighed ourselves, and Jack is fatter than me. Yeah!
I actually genuinely thought I was less than you.
And you're shorter than me.
I'm not sure. I just have a bad posture.
So he's 102.6, and I'm 102.3, baby. So we're going to do a weight loss challenge. We'll update you every week. We're going to do it on... Well, we can actually just do it kilograms lost.
Yeah, it's a few hundred grams.
Yeah, it's a big poo. Yeah. Well, you just had a poo, so I'm actually way...
I didn't poo. I couldn't.
Ah, so that's maybe that.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. I wasn't ready. Okay, so we're going to do a weight loss challenge. So for now, we're going to see who can lose the most kilograms in 3 months. So
I don't have the patience for that. Let's do like a month.
Okay.
A cram.
Wait, what? When is... when did they do that? Oh, November, weight loss. Whatever.
No, that's Movember with the moustache.
Yeah, but what's the one where they do the challenge? I know Joe Rogan and them did it or something. But anyway, so we're going to post it online. We're going to do a whole lot of things about it. Jack's a fat fuck. I'm going to win. You guys can vote out there. Let us know who you want to win, but I think Jack's going to lose.
Famous last words.
Okay, so a month. So from the 6th to the 6th of the 9th to the 6th of the 10th, who loses the most?
Okay, do we update weekly?
Yeah. So we'll weigh, on the same scale in the same spot weekly. Okay. What are we going to win? What are you going to win if you win? What do you get if you win?
What is it that we both want? We both like?
No, we don't have to. You can win. What do you want? All right. So if I win, I get a punch, Jack, and he has to buy me a pizza. And if you win, Jack?
Where the fuck did that come from? No, you're not punching shit.
No. Then we don't do it. I get what I want.
Okay, then if
I get a punch you, just lose more weight than me.
Okay, then if I win, I get a case of beer and I punch you.
Fine. Deal.
But where do we punch?
In the arm.
Okay, that's fine.
No, not in the face or the balls. That's unfair. Not in the stomach because we'll be really lean then. You know what I mean? So there's not a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's it. We're not worried about the wrist or anything like that, you know? It's cool.
Well, if I punch you in the stomach, it's better for the wrist than in the arm.
It will absorb and snap.
What?
Your hand will be absorbed in a tummy and it will snap because wrists don't bend that
I
way.
thought you were going to say that your stomach will be so like hard and fit that it would...
Yeah, look, I'm a realist, babe.
Yeah, it's only a month. I mean, look, if let's see how much weight you lose. So, okay, so October 6th, we're going to measure.
Okay, but then do we update our weight loss per week on the show?
Yes.
Okay, so
every week we're going to measure.
Sure.
And then we update.
Sure.
Okay. All right. And then bragging rights as well.
Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening through episode number 6 or 7, potentially even 8.
We don't know.
We don't know because we just love it so much. Thanks for joining. Catch you next week.
Yeah. Before you do that, I just want to tell them where they can find us. You can find us at all the podcasts that you listen to. We will have videos up on YouTube this week. We also will have on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, Idiots Report Podcast. On Facebook, we're also on Instagram, Idiots Report Podcast there. If you want to email us with something bigger or an idea, you can either instant message us or email us at Idiots Report Pod. We might change that to Idiots Report Report, but I'll let you know next week. So for this week, we'll just keep it the same because I might not have enough time.
Keep it real.
Thanks. Bye.